Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my trip to Bali, my Bali experience. So if you've ever wanted to know what going to Bali is like, just keep watching. Okay, so I think it was March of 2019, well, my sister, her boyfriend and I went to Bali. We've been planning it for ages, but like we didn't book accommodation till like a week before we actually went, so we really didn't know what to expect. And I'll get into that. We got on the plane. We didn't get you know how you can get like a package where you get like free like movies and like a lunch and like all those, and that's like a package, and then you can pay for like a blanket and a pillow or something. We didn't get that on the way over, but I don't know what happened, but we still got free movies over, so it was already a good start to the Bali trip. So my sister and her boyfriend had been to Bali before. They had a driver named Ketut. And honestly, shout out to Ketut. He was our driver the whole time. Well, almost the whole time. The only way that you can really talk to like the taxi cab drivers and have similar ones, there's no like Uber or something. It's more of like, it's all via WhatsApp. So they already had his details. When we got picked up from the airport, we just asked Ketut where's a good place to eat around here. And I think this was the only like traditional Balinese food we had for most of the trip, I'd say. And I don't know what I had. I had some type of stir fry, like chicken stir fry. Yeah, we ate there and then we just drove to our place in Canggu. So we arrived to our place in Canggu, and where our Airbnb was located was kind of in the middle of like a suburban area in Bali. So it was really frustrating a lot of the time trying to get like taxis there and back, because my sister's boyfriend Lockie had to do most of the talking and the directions and everything, because me and Lucy were not confident doing that, because it was quite hard to find because it was like in the middle of such a suburban area. The way our Airbnb was set up, there was like a big pool, and I think there was 3 rooms, but it was all kind of outside, like the dining area and the kitchen and everything, that was all outside, apart from the rooms pretty much. And then we just basically had the cement wall and then the street. So when I went to sleep at night, it was quite scary, because obviously my sister and her boyfriend had a room, and like obviously we had keys to lock the doors, but it was just like a glass door pretty much. It was creepy going to sleep by myself. Obviously they were in the next room, so it didn't really matter. It was quite nice though. I liked the actual Airbnb itself. It's just the area that it was in was quite frustrating the whole trip, but that's on us. That's completely on us. So then the first night, I don't think, because we got there around lunchtime, got settled in at the Airbnb, then we went to the lawn in Canggu, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to also be including clips and videos that my sister took on her YouTube channel, which she's pretty inactive on, but she did vlog the entire trip, so I will be including footage from that. So if you want to watch the whole thing, just go over to her channel and watch it. But I also will be putting my own photos and videos. Yeah, we went there and that was really nice. It was on the water. I had a strawberry daiquiri or something it was. I was 17 when I went over there. The Bali drinking culture, nobody asks you if you're 18 or anything, so it's kind of a free-for-all. And then after we went to the lawn, we just came back and then went to sleep. The next morning we went to Kind, and that is another like Australian / Bali owned business. I think I just had avo toast there, but I had this dragon fruit lemonade drink, and I've literally never tasted anything quite like it to this day. I tried to remake it when I came back home, and it just did not taste the same at all, but I will remember that drink for the rest of my life. Then we went to this place called Gold Dust Bali, and had like face and head, like neck massages. It was pretty funny because we had to like wear these like gold sling dress type things, and we were all like facing each other like in a group in this room. It was very nice in there, and like sitting on the chairs all facing each other, watching each other get massaged, so that was a little bit weird. I remember the massage being like a little bit too hard for my liking. Then we went to drink at this place called Deus Ex Machina. I think I had a frozen margarita. We went there a few times throughout our whole thing because they just had good drinks and good food. And then we went like shopping and everything, came back to our Airbnb, And then for dinner, we went to this super fancy like restaurant slash hotel. I remember I got like, this is the time where I was eating like beef and everything. And I got like ribs, but it was like a very fancy place where everything was super small. And I had like ribs, and then we shared this like chocolate ball for dinner, and I got a little bit drunk there, and my sister got mad at me. She was like, we're at this fancy ass place, you can't fucking get absolutely hammered here. And I was like, I am not getting absolutely hammered. The next day we went to Ubud, and we went to the monkey forest. That shit was so scary. The monkeys in Japan were scary, and the monkeys in Bali are scary. A monkey literally bit my head and stole my cigarettes and opened them up. Like, obviously you get told like, oh, the monkeys are gonna try to steal your stuff because that's just what they do. That's how they get food, and they're just like that. So I was wearing my bag on the front the whole time, and it didn't have like a zipper or anything. It kind of just had like a lock, so it was quite easy to put your hand in and get something out. And we were literally leaving, this big ass monkey came, put his hand in. I was trying to like walk away, like keep walking, because that's what you have to do, you have to keep walking. It just reached in, grabbed it out. I was scared it was going to grab my wallet or something, so I was trying to protect my wallet, not the cigarettes. And he ran across the thing, ripped it open, and started eating the cigarettes. And I was like, oh my gosh, no. I was trying to like pick them all up, but he was getting like pretty feisty with me, so I had to let him be for a little bit. And all the tourists were laughing at me. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. Maybe I should have got a tetanus shot too for that bite, but look at me, I'm fine. Also, I want to say that I didn't let the monkey eat it. He wasn't even eating the cigarettes. He was just like chewing them and spitting them out pretty much. And after the monkey got bored of the situation and went away, I made sure to pick up every single bit of cigarette that was on the floor. So, just wanted to say that. I wouldn't leave my cigarettes all on the floor for monkeys to consume, because I love animals too much to do that. And I'm just not polluting the earth. And then I think we went back to Kind for lunch. And then we went to that super touristy thing. It's like the swing over like a cliff or something. And so Lockie and Lucy did that. So here's that footage. And then we also did tea testing there. Then we went to Senur Beach, and we were gonna go swimming, but the tide was like way out, and so we just had like an afternoon snack type of thing. And we met this stray dog. Well, I don't know if it was stray because I had a collar, but that is one thing in Bali that I kind of expected because I've heard about it before, but there's so many stray dogs, and honestly it's quite sad to see. Oh, and then I think we went a little bit further down, and Lockie's my sister's boyfriend, he actually attempted to swim in the beach, but the waves was huge and so rough. He got completely hammered, and then like he had to sit in the car for like the 2-hour ride home with just the whole beach in his board shorts. It was quite funny. And then we went to this place called Sister Fields that night. Honestly, like one of my best meals I've ever had was there. I think we had like some type of bruschetta salad type of situation, and then I got a hamburger, I think I did. Yeah, that place was super nice. It was such a big day, so we were like so tired. We all just like knocked out straight away when we got back to the Airbnb. So the next day we went to a random spot for breakfast, and then we went back to Deuce, and we were contemplating getting tattoos that day because we saw this really cool tattoo bar, and we kind of got like a consult there, and we were just drinking at Deuce. I was having like vodka and Coke and just like shots and everything because it's so cheap there, and I was like living my best life. Also, the Tame Impala, I think it was his first single of his newest album came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I should get? I should get a Tame Impala tattoo. So I was like looking up different phrases in all of his music, and his like signs and his music videos, like fully going in and thinking I was going to get a Tame Impala tattoo that day when I was 17 in Bali. I didn't end up doing it, only because we booked our appointment and then we came back to kind of have a bit of a chill day after we had a huge day the following one. Lucy got sick, and we thought she had Bali belly, like she was having like stomach issues, toilet issues, all that jazz. So we missed our tattoo appointment, which I wasn't that pressed about because I didn't really care. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo, but I wasn't like fully settled on it. So I'm kind of glad that didn't happen because I don't know if I would have regretted it, but I mean, no regrets, right? But then we went out that night, so we chilled for the day a bit because Lisa was sick, and then we went out that night and got Luigi's Hot Pizza, and that is kind of near Deus Ex Machina, that kind of area. I had a whole pizza to myself, and girl, I was thriving. That was so good, that pizza too. And after that, we decided to go to Pretty Poison, and that's like a skate bowl slash club. It's just really cool. Like, they have this whole little area full of like disco balls, and it's very like Instagrammable. We got there. I think I got myself a vodka soda. I'd never had a vodka soda ever, so I was sipping it. I was like, this is disgusting, but I didn't want to drink beer either, so I was suffering through that. And there was basically nobody there because it started storming, and half of it's outside where the skate ball is, and so we decided to leave. The next day we went to the Loft, and I had this really good like breakfast spread. After that we went to get massages, like full body massages. I've never had a proper massage before that point, so I was kind of nervous of what it was going to be like. I was like, hopefully this isn't a happy ending massage parlor. They like let us all into this big room, but it was so relaxing and calming and beautiful. It's like we're all in the same room, but there's like curtains separating everyone, and there's like a stream running through the middle of it, and it was like blue lights. Very nice. And actually the pressure of that massage was like perfect. But I remember when she was like, okay, time to get ready. Me, Lucy and Lockie were all finished our massages, obviously, like getting changed in the same room. Obviously we couldn't see each other, but I needed to fart the whole time, and I let it out thinking it was going to be a silent one, and I just went I heard Lockie and Lucy laughing, and they were like, is that you, Ellie? And it was super embarrassing. 10 out of 10 experience though. After that we went to like Starbucks, I'm pretty sure, and then we were just like shopping and looking around the area, and we saw, you know those fish that like eat the dead skin cells off your feet? We were gonna do that, but I was not feeling it because my feet are really sensitive and like quite ticklish, so I just don't know if I could be okay in that experience. And then that night we went to this restaurant. I can't remember the name of it again. I brought a pair of sunnies from there. I literally had the best tomato soup of my whole entire existence there. You know, I'm a bit of a soup girl, I would say. Like, I'd like a good soup, like a little bit of sourdough to dip my soup in, but that tomato soup was chef's kiss, like delightful. And then the next morning I was leaving. My sister and her boyfriend were going to stay an extra day or two because like it was originally just going to be them, and they invited me on, and they just needed a little bit of alone time. I, you know, respect it. I was kind of done by that point, kind of wanted to go home. I'd spent a lot of my money, mostly on food. I didn't really buy anything over there. I don't even think I brought like too much money over there in the first place, because everything in Bali is very cheap, especially drinks, especially food, especially cigarettes. And I'm just gonna say, I'm not like a cigarette smoker. I just had to get them there because they were literally $3. You know, you only live once. So I had to fly home by myself. Katut drove us to the airport. Well, he drove us to Dunkin' Donuts first because on the first day I saw it when we were driving. I was like, I gotta try Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I don't know what the hype is about. Like, I'm such a little hoe for that stuff. Like any like American branding or things I've seen in other countries, I have to do it. So I think I got like 3 donuts. There was like a pink one, maybe like a chocolate one, and then like a jam one. They were delicious. Probably not as good as like Donut King, for all my homies in Australia knowing what Donut King is about. Their pink donuts were my childhood. So yeah, we had that, and then they dropped me off the airport. So then I got into the airport. I had about 3 hours until my flight, so I was just kind of sitting down reading a book. I didn't my Wi-Fi didn't really work, so I was just reading and chilling basically. I was a bit nervous to like fly home by myself, but it's honestly like pretty straightforward. Like you go get your bags done, you go like check in, like go through security, and then you just sit and wait for your flight name to be called and the time. So it's like I wasn't too freaked out. And it was also flying like kind of into the night type of deal. I love those flights. Then I got home and my dad picked me up from the airport. Now I want to say a few differences that I noticed between Bali and Australia. Everyone was so lovely there. Like all the drivers we had were lovely. The food is very cheap and the alcohol is very cheap, obviously, and they don't really care about your age there. Like you don't have to be 18 to drink, or at least they don't check. Yeah, it's still really beautiful and the culture is really awesome. I had a good time. I don't know if I'd go back to Bali. I could maybe go with like a group of friends. Obviously my sister and her boyfriend are my friends. I feel like maybe a bigger group would be different and fun experience, and I'd maybe stay at a hotel just because the whole Airbnb taxi situation that happened with us. Yeah, that was my experience. If you want like a cheap traveling destination, a beautiful location, cheap alcohol and great food, then you're set. Go to Bali. I mean, not right now because pandemic and everything, but like when things start opening back up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want. Thank you for watching. Bye.